Welcome back to Kicking Out Perfection. We're in the module about creating anyway, and I want to talk more about good days or bad days for creativity. Now, I started working with these concepts and busting through these concepts throughout teaching spiritual practice and doing my own spiritual practice. So people often will talk about, oh, I had a really good meditation session this morning, or a really bad meditation session this morning. And I tried to get myself and others to train ourselves out of using that language. There is no good practice day or bad practice day. There are just days that we practice and days that we don't practice. And if life is a laboratory and creativity is a process, the important thing is returning to practice. So by labeling practice good or bad, it makes it harder and harder over time to simply return and say, I'm practicing now. I'm being diligent about my art. I'm playing. I'm learning something. I'm experimenting. I'm getting better at this one facet and hoping then to work it into the flow. Right? Because when we're in stages of intense learning, sometimes it can feel clunky. And that doesn't always feel good, at least not to people like me, not to perfectionists. But that's a liberating part of our process, and I've come to appreciate learning things as a form of liberation. That also enables me to say, I'm just showing up. Maybe I'll think it's good or bad in the end. Maybe someone will appreciate it or they won't appreciate it. It doesn't really matter. I'm kicking out perfectionism. I'm saying what's important to me is the process of creation. What's important to me is I'm having days of practice. If I've said to myself, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I'm spending this amount of time making art, then I'm going to show up Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Or I'm going to show up for half an hour every day. Whatever the schedule is, it doesn't matter. What matters is I make the commitment. I show up. I create anyway. And I don't worry about good or bad. I don't place value judgments on my creativity. What I value instead is the creativity itself. So can you breathe that in? I would like us all to say out loud during this module, I will not judge my work as good or bad. I will not judge my practice as good or bad. What I value is the process of creating. Let's say that last sentence again. What I value is the process of creating. Breathe that in again. Sink down into your center. Let's create.